365 days of horsemanship, day 186. So quite a nice day today. Definitely feeling like I'm getting back into remembering and appreciating that there really is nothing else you can do except for your little bit every day, and it just doesn't need to be a lot. I think, it's about belief that the end result is possible. And I think it's also about just patience. And my patience batteries were low. They needed a good recharge. Today I've been able to come back and definitely have a much more positive mindset. I went to Lawrence first, and we played with the touching distance. It was challenging, definitely, because I had my camera out with my tripod, and that was definitely distracting for everybody. But I think, I'd kind of been avoiding it because I was like, it's going to make everything so difficult and everyone's going to get distracted. Well, yeah, they are. That's just part of the process, it's just not going to be any other way. You're going to have to practice with everybody in the field with the camera, and it's not just going to be perfect from the first day, that's not how life works. And just having that acceptance, I think, for myself, that I just need to have it out every day. If I have it out every day for a month, in a month, no one's going to care about it. All the horses are going to be like, yeah, whatever. And so until then, I just need to practice and accept imperfection, which really is, I think, one of my personal challenges in life. Is I just have difficulty accepting anything that's not perfect, which, isn't realistic. It's not how life works, So had a good session with him, played a bit with the touching distance, which I was really happy with, and played with. Basically, today there was a lot more movement. I've had some sessions with him where I have been at the touching distance with him and got nice focus changes. Today, I definitely feel like there was a lot of flight, and there were points where I was beginning to wonder if he was really yielding mentally, or if I genuinely was chasing him and it was becoming insistent leadership because he actually didn't want that pressure and I was just holding it there until things got better. So I don't really know. It'll be interesting to look at some of the videos. I'll probably post them on the group and maybe get Elsa's opinion on that, and kind of just see what she thinks. But I had a nice couple of moments actually with lifting the hind legs. Well, I lifted the hind legs. The first time I just got flight, I had the wrong timing. And I think that's really what it is. I think a lot of it is about asking the question at the right time. If I'm asking the question when he's already in a place of concern, or if things are already difficult, or if he's already thinking about moving, that's the wrong time, because the next thing he's going to want to do anyway is move. And then I'm just going to be getting in the way of him doing that, which is not going to make him feel like I understand him. It's not going to make him interested in kind of what I want to do. I think definitely there will be a point where I'll be able to use questions and the touching distance specifically, but really anything, to influence him to feel better. But first, I have to associate that with a better feeling, which is definitely not solid yet. And I think, the more times I get the timing wrong because I'm expecting it to be in that place already, the longer it will take. So it's just about accepting, where we're at, and remembering that I'm still just trying to associate those good feelings, because actually it's not a got to situation then. It's not a situation where he's concerned and it's dangerous, or it's important that he listens to me and then I'm pushing him to feel better. That's not what's happening. It's just a normal day, you know? And so actually today is then a day for me to work with building those positive associations rather than anything else. So yeah, so that was good. I also definitely felt today, on that note actually, that it was better than it has been overall. I definitely feel, even though there was some flight today, there were other nice moments where I was able to touch his hind quarters, and as I said, with lifting his legs, and I got those nice focus changes where he looked up and was curious, but I didn't feel like there was that concern. And I really felt like generally overall, when I'm playing at the touching distance now, his curiosity level does increase. And sometimes it's tipping right over into concern, but sometimes it's not. But definitely he's becoming generally more interactive when I'm playing with those concepts, which is noticeably so, which is really nice, because that is obviously the outcome that I'm kind of hoping for. So yeah, so I was super happy with that. Then I went to play with Mia. And Mia and I went into a different field next door to her. We go to so many different places and we move so far. I brought the camera with me, but it's just not been practical. So yeah, so I haven't filmed it, but we played a little bit in the field next door. It was nice actually. They all came down to see me, and then she came up to me and I just halted her, just like that, which was really nice. So yeah, definitely appreciating that today, and halted her and then offered her to walk around the field she was in, and she wasn't really keen on that. There was a lot of stopping. Then I offered her the field we went in the other day. She wasn't really keen on that. There was a lot of stopping. And so then we walked the other way. She was walking towards the next field over. So we just went in there, and it was nice to feel like that I could offer her that choice, because I don't care about that decision. It doesn't matter to me where we go. Like, anywhere that there's a hill is fine with me. Like, it doesn't, like, why would it matter to me that we go where I've chosen? Like, it's not important. And I do think that little things like that, like, it sounds weird, but like little things like that I think really do make the difference in our relationship, where she feels like that she can have a voice about those things, you know. And I think feeling like you have a voice just makes you feel more compliant. It's like reverse psychology, you know. She's like, she doesn't feel so desperate to have all these things she feels like she doesn't have, if she knows that she could just have them if she asked. Yeah, so that was good. We walked the fence line in that field at walk, which was really nice feeling, really nice mood from her, very energetic, positive ears and eyes. And then did some hill therapy and walk and trot. Yeah, and it was good. We definitely did more trotting today than we have done. Not an awful lot, but still more. And it does feel good. I think the biggest problem, and I think the reason why we really need to maybe slow down or stay at this level for some time, is me. There is a lot of noise going on. I am not consistent at all in my aids. I'm using my aids way too much. I'm way too strong, and I'm not consistent at all. There's all this clucking going on and lifting of things and waving of things. It's never the same way twice, and I just need to slow it all down. I think I'm so quick to make decisions, like so reactionary to everything she does, rather than like actually slowing down and saying, this is the aid that I use every single time for this, and not feeling like I have to get it right immediately or do something about it immediately. That I can just go, okay, she slowed down, I'm going to ask her again, I'm going to ask this way. Or, okay, she's coming in towards me, I'm going to ask her to move out this way. And just really set up that pattern so that I'm not, because like when you move so fast, it's like I'm like immediately going to like phase 2 or phase 3, like, which you just don't need with her. Like, she can be so light, and I'm just shouting at her basically still all the time, which I really noticed today. So I'm really happy that I've noticed it, because I think it's really important to be honest with myself, and I'm just really grateful to have noticed it, because I think you have no hope, or I have no hope of improving if I think I'm just doing great all the time and I don't understand why it's not working. But actually finding something within myself that I'm like, I need to get better at that, and then things will be better, is like, great, that's something to work on for me. Like, that's a me problem and I can just solve that problem. I just need to practice, work on it. So yeah, so it's a good session. I feel really good about that. Yeah, I took her back into the field. It was a very dominant session today. We didn't really do any passive leadership at all, but she had a really good attitude about it the whole time, and I didn't really have a lot of time. I'm like about 5 minutes late into the organised equestrian office to help with horsemanship showcase, which was really exciting. So poor Larissa, sorry I'm late. I was just playing with ponies. So yeah, so I didn't have a lot of time today, but I definitely feel good about the sessions that I had, and they felt really positive. So yeah, looking forward to tomorrow, hoping that tomorrow I'll have some time again in the daytime, and I can have some more good sessions.